found that there is a huge element of complacency in the magnitude of problems resulting due to improper disposal of waste. I see tremendous potential in the youth of Bangalore to bring about changes in their communities. And this inspired me to work towards these causes. Above all, it's all about loving your country.
This documentary is done aiming to spread awareness among the children and youth to help to know their local needs and environmental issues in their communities, which will help them to bring about some positive changes and actively participate in the society. Since children are living messages whom we will send to a time that we will not see.
It's all about raving, see you looking back up like crazy paving. A light skipper says there's no time for gazing. That damsel's on the dance floor just waiting. Man, if you ain't even gonna get up on the floor, go home on your own. What you coming here for? I see girls galore, enough a bust on my butters. So cut for your standards with beer-powered wire cutters. She'll make you stutter and stand up for them.
ನರಸಿಂಹಯ್ಯ 6 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸಂಬಳ 1900 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಾವು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಏನಾಗಲಿ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟಪಾಡಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಾಸನೆ ಬರಲು ಏನು ಬಂದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಲನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಸಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಜನ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ವಾಸನೆ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು, ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಹಂಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಏನು ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂಥರ ಆಸೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದಲ್ವ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ವಾಸನೆ ಬರ್ತದಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದಂತ ನಮಗೂ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಮನೆ ಸಹಿತ ಐತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇದು ವಾಸನೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇದು ವಾಸನೆ ಬಂದರೆ ನೈಟಲ್ಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗನೂ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೋ 2 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋವು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ.
थोड़ी सी धूल मेरी सांसें, चिन्ह हो जुनू जुनू वो बूंदे लाल लहू की। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। और मोहे तू रंग दे बसंती यारा, मोहे तू रंग दे बसंती, मोहे रंग दे बसंती, रंग दे बसंती, रंग दे बसंती यारा।
We hang our packets outside, and the garbage collectors don't come for almost 2 to 3 days. And when they do, it's at a time when we are not at home, and sometimes, unless they are told, they don't pick it up from here. The dogs rip it, it creates a lot of mess, and I know it's unethical, but we have no choice. What do? We just have to throw it across the wall.
I don't know if you can just completely blame the government, because people also have their lot. In fact, I remember once my neighbor, I was looking on from the balcony, and I saw this lady drop a black bag from her balcony right onto the road right in front of my house. And I wonder, why couldn't they just wait till the next day and give it, which is what we usually do. I've always seen people handing one bag. I mean, if you're supposed to segregate bags, logically you would have one dry bag and one bag for the wet waste, but you never see that happen. In fact, I don't even see the people who are taking the waste, putting it in two different parts. I don't know if they've given up on the idea or what has happened.
BMP is not at all competent to handle the problems of this Bangalore city. Revenues are going to the kitty of BMP. But what BMP is doing?
I would rather be, blaming people for it rather than, blaming the whole authority altogether. I don't see people contributing to it.
These officials, they will say, because they're making a lot of money in giving contracts, this fellow, that fellow, and all his cousin, his the brother-in-law, like that. Absolutely, they are doing no job, and this is a money spinner for the politicians.
See, it has to be both ways. Either BMP has to improve their efficiency in terms of, everybody coming and collecting garbage on time, and they should have dustbins in the nearby areas, at a frequent distance so that people don't find it inconvenient.
For example, take the case of garbage removal, which is a very primary thing for any civilized city. Even if you take the BMP has got a few automobiles to carry these garbage. That's all open type. Even what they carry, one thing is they overload it. The second thing, everything is spilling over. There is no segregation of liquids, solids, and dangerous materials separately. And the garbage removal, they will start removing the prime time when whole traffic is there. At that time, the garbage bus will come.
And rather, I would say that civilians also need to get civilized in terms of throwing their chips packet not in the public park and all.
Yes, they say everything because they want to get some votes and all that during election time. These things they will say. But everybody can see. Any fellow just walk around the city and see how good it is. Just to see that example, just visit our city market area. You will know it is a garbage dump. How many years the city market is in existence in Bangalore? Maybe 120 years. In 120 years, they could not do anything there. And they talk. How many governments have come? Now, totally the politicians are absolutely moved away from the people. This thing is only to win the elections and make assets for their own, for sons, for their daughters, for themselves, that's all. There is nothing. Absolutely, BMP is doing no job. Probably if you put in 1:10 how the BMP stands, I will say it is 1.
Lose control. Lose control. One more time. Lose control.
definitely, I know. You want me to say that whole thing? You can tell me.
What BMP?
BMP means?
I don't know.
BMB?
What BMP? Don't scare me, eh?
Well,
BMP, this bus service and all.
Bangalore Metropolitan. Am I right?
what is the meaning of BNG?
I have no clue about it. Bangalore Municipal.
I don't know.
It's not
Yeah, no
even
idea.
at all.
No idea.
Bangalore Metropolitan Palika, something like that.
So Bangalore,
Mahanagar Palika or something.
I'm busy now. Please, I have to go. Talk to you later.
Okay.
I'm going home now. Going to.
See, they have their certain plans and all that segregating garbage, but no, it's not been implemented properly. Their plans are quite reasonable, but there's no implementation or execution of the plan. It's quite.
What I feel is that people should stop littering. That's where you can stop most of it. You don't need to clean if there's no one litters.
The laws are effective, but we should see how these laws we are going to make use of it. From the way we take up the matters with the government authorities, we should be serious and we should demand those things whatever we require from the government authorities.
We probably could take a cue from people abroad, because I've heard that they've started using plastic as filling material in buildings, and even perhaps making roads which were more durable.
We are into bag manufacturing industry, and since 1986 we are doing this business. Somewhere in 1995 there was a lobby against plastic that plastic has to be banned. It is a menace. We started thinking over this issue. Then we set up a small laboratory like that, and we thought this could be matched with the bitumen, that is also from petroleum product, and bitumen is also from petroleum product. Why we should not match and use this waste, plastic waste, into making roads? Then for about 2 years the research work went on, and they also laid a stretch of road, and it did well. Then they came out with a report and authenticating, yes, this is possible. More than anything, it gives a lot of benefits to the environment. That is the main focus now. The focus is the waste plastic could be used in making the roads.
As citizens, you have certain rights which if it has been denied, you should never shy away from demanding it.
Well, first thing is you shouldn't throw rubbish around. If you have a bag or hold it in your hand, hold it till you find a dustbin or take it home and throw it, which is what we all do. Second thing is there should be a stringent fine for everybody. You should just pull them up then and there and do it, because unless you crack the whip, people will not respond. But beyond that, I think it's something that each person has to develop. So a lot of campaigning, a lot of building up awareness right from school. That's got to happen.
Younger generation, yes, they have a lot of hope. They sacrifice lot of things. They adopt lot of schools, lot of organizations and all that. When they become wealthy, they are pouring back that wealth to the society. It's a very big thing that has happened to India. It is not because of politicians, in spite of them. So, yes, young generation is a very big plus point for the country.
ये जो देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा। ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता। ये जो देश
देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा। ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता। मिट्टी की है जो खुशबू तू कैसे भुलाएगा। तू चाहे कहीं जाए तू लौट के आएगा। नई नई राहों में दबी दबी राहों में खोए खोए दिल से तेरे कोई ये कहेगा ये जो देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा। ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता। ये पल है वही जिसमें है छुपी पूरी एक सदी सारी जिंदगी। तू ना पूछ रास्ते में काहे आए है इस तरह दो राहें। तू ही तो है राह जो सुझाए, तू ही तो है अब जो ये बताए। जाए तो किस दिशा में जाए वही देश, ये जो देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा, तुझे है पुकारा। ये वो बंधन है जो कभी टूट नहीं सकता।
Have an impact on young minds?
Definitely it's going to show impact if we keep showing to the youngest from the primary section. Let that thing should be inculcated in the beginning. If we do it in a later stage, that will become very difficult. So let that thing, whatever we want the children to follow up, it should be done in the beginning. So it's a very good thing you have done. I show these girls, they are very young mind, they will all cooperate to make our India a better place to live in.
Are there any other suggestions that you would like to give us?
Other suggestion, I think it's individual each responsible. Instead of blaming every time the government, they are not doing anything, the responsibilities lie on each and everyone. If we do our share, a bit of it, I think it will be a beautiful place to live in. I think so.
So what are you going to do after you watch the movie?
I'm going to go home and start a waste segregation campaign in my building, separating wet waste and dry waste. and recycle glass items and plastic.
Thank you so much.